Hello everyone, this is How I Love Geometry. I'm Mr. Chang. This problem is from 2013, Aime to problem number 13. In triangle ABC, AC equals BC, and the point D is on BC, so that CD equals 3 times BD. Let's draw a scratch diagram, right? A, B, C. So AC equals BC. And the point D is on BC, so that CD is 3 times of BD, right? Yes. And let E be the midpoint of AD. That's AD midpoint here, right? Midpoint. Okay, E. That's point E. Given that C equals square root of 7, and BE, here is BE, equals 3. So the area of triangle ABC can be expressed in the form. So let us to find the area of triangle ABC, right? The large one, ABC. So I think it's easy to think about to use the coordinate system. Why? This is an isosceles triangle. So if I build the coordinate system like this way, right, this way, that's y-axis, this is x-axis. So they are symmetry. We use isosceles triangle properties, right? And also we can, we can easily get the coordinate of A and B and C, and also it give us the distance of these 2 points C and E and B and E. Then we think about the formula of distance of 2 points, right? Then we can write down the equation. Then we just solve the equation and we will find the base and the height. Then we will find the area of triangle ABC. So that's why I think it's not a very, I don't think it's very hard for us to get this idea, right? Okay, let's go. So let's say C, the coordinate x 0, y is 8h. Why got 8h? Because here this is 3 to 1. So total is 4. And here is the midpoint, right? I don't want to get the fraction or decimal point number, decimal number. So A is negative 8a, y is 0. So B is 8a and 0. If we can solve h and a, then we will solve the problem, right? Just find the equation. And now what's the just coordinate of D? So we know D and y coordinate of D to this one, that's 1/4, right? So that's 2h. The x, also this to this one, this segment to this segment is 1 to 4. So here 6a, right? And now we find the midpoint of E. It must be 6a negative, so put them together, negative 2a divided by 2, negative a, and 0 to h divided by 2 is h. Now we can write the equation, then solve it. because CE is square root of 7. Then we can write 0 minus negative a is a squared plus 7 squared h squared, right? 8 minus 1. So equals 7. That's the first equation. Then we can use this for the second equation. So 9 squared a squared, 8a minus negative a, right? And 0 minus h, negative h squared is h squared. So is 3 squared is 9. So we can use any way of them. So let us times 7 squared times 7 squared, right? Because we got some, so we can use the next one minus this one. That's 7 squared times 9 squared minus 1 squared, right? Here, that's a squared, and equals, that's 9 times 7 minus 1, then times 7. Yeah, I just factored out 7. So 7 times this one, that's for that. I use this equation minus the top equation. So here, 9 times 7, then times 7, that's this one. Okay, it's easy. I don't want to waste our time to explain this one. 7 times, so plus 1 times minus 1, right? A squared equals times 7. So a squared equals, and of course a equals square root of 7. Then we can go ahead, because we can use this one and a squared. We know a squared is 7 over 64. Then plus 7 squared times h squared equals 7. Then we want to get h squared, right? So 7 squared times h squared equals 7 minus 7 over 64. So h squared, 7 squared equals 64. Then 7 times 64 minus 7. So h squared equals 7 squared. Here is 8 squared, right? So here is h squared. So that's 7 squared. 7, so you just had to divide it by 7 squared. So we can get 7 times 60. 7 times 60. Let us check. That's a squared. A squared, 7 over 64. Plus 7 squared times h squared equals 7. So 7 squared times h squared equals 7 minus 7, 64. So 7 times 64 minus 7. Then 7 times, yes, 7 times 63, right? So we can get, just cancel 1 7. Here, just 1 7. And 63 is 7 times 9. Here is 7 times 64. Then 7 over 7. So we got 9 over 64. So we got h equals, we don't need negative 1. So we got which one? 3 over 8, right? Okay, no problem. Yeah, I write down once more. Now, the area of triangle ABC is 1/2 times here is 16a times, that's 8h. So equals, that's 8, right? 64ah equals 64 times square root of 7 over 8 times h is this one, right? 3 over 8. So we got 64 over there. Then we got finally 3 times square root of 7. So the final answer m plus n, then equals 10. Yeah, this way down. And this way, this idea is not so hard to get it. And I want to show you another way. Second way is, we should use an theorem we called Stewart's, this way, Stewart. My pronunciation is not so good. Theorem, Theorem. So this theorem is talking about, for example, I will show. So if this side is A and this side is B, this side is C, there is any segment from this vertex to the base. So can D, this is M and N. MN, MAN, it means M times A times N, and his dad, DAD, it means A times D squared. Put a bomb, BMB into the sink, C and C. So this is the formula for any triangle. We have this theorem, or we can say have this formula. So if we can, because this sometimes is hard for us to remember this formula, right? And if we can't remember this formula, we can use, because we know this formula is from the cosine law. We got this formula from cosine law. Like here, if this is theta and this is 180 degree minus theta, right? Cosine theta and equals negative cosine 180 degree minus theta, and we can use cosine law to do it, and then we will got this theorem. And here, you can pick any way to use. If you remember, you can use this way. If you don't, you can just use this too. So here, I will show you my way to solve this problem. Okay. Now, this is an isosceles triangle, and according to the problem, this side, right? And here, just this one, and the midpoint, and the square root of 7, and this is 3, right? This is 3. So now we can use the Stewart's theorem. So, and if I say this side is 4a, okay? Because here will be 3a, here will be a, because that's midpoint of them. So I can say this is D, this is also D, and this is 3a. Now we want to find the relationship between A and D, right? First, if I say this angle is theta, use the cosine law, we'll go to 4 this side square, because we want to use this angle, right? 16a squared, that square equals this square is 7, then plus d squared minus 2 square root of 7d cosine theta, right? And for this, triangle, because this is 180 degree minus theta, right? And we got 9a squared equals also 7 plus d squared, because this side cosine 180 degree minus theta, it will equals negative. So here minus negative, so I can use 2 plus, right? 2 times this side times this side times now cosine theta. I just directly to use this. Now we can put them together, and we got a 25a squared equals 14 plus 2d squared. Okay, we got the first one. Okay, and then we should go ahead to got another one. Then we can find the relationship between a and d. Then we have to use this given information. Now, how to use this given information? Of course, we can use this one, right? This and this triangle. Now, alpha, this will be 180 degree minus alpha, right? So we will got you. We can write this way. This is 7 square root. 7 squared equals 3a squared, 9a squared plus d squared minus 2 times 3a times d times cosine alpha. And this I will use 9 equals a squared plus d squared and plus 2 times a times d times how much? Cosine alpha, right? Now I want to use the same way. So here we want to cancel them. Here is 6ad cosine alpha. Here is 2ad. So I have 2 times 3 for left hand side and right hand side, all of them. Then 3 times 3, 3, and 3 times that. So now we can put them, we can edit left hand side and right hand side. We will got 3 times 9, 27. 27 plus 7, 34 equals here 9, 12a squared, right? Plus 4d squared, 3 plus 40 squared, and this cancelled. That's the second way, second equation. Now this is the first equation. So we can each side divided by 2. Okay, 17 equals 6a squared plus 2d squared. Okay, now I can say this is 2. Okay, and we should use because 2d squared here and here, so I can write like here is 14 equals negative 25a squared. Oh no, 14 equals 25, so gonna minus 2d squared, right? I just rewrite the first one. We can put them together. So 31 equals which one? 31a squared, then cancelled, right? Okay, now we find a squared equals to 1. Then we got a equals 1. Negative we reject. So if we got a is 1, then we will know this side is 4, right? Now the problem becomes easy. This is 4a, right? And this is 3. This is square root of 7. And here we just pay more attention. It's the number is so exactly beautiful. Square root of 7 squared plus 3 squared equals how much? So 7 plus 9 is 16 equals 4 squared. Did you find that? We got this is 4. So this is a right triangle. So I mean this angle is right triangle. So this is right triangle, and we can easily get the area of this part. Right? 1/2 times square root of 7 times 3. That's 3 over 2 square root of 7. And the total area of the triangle ABC, that's A, that's B, that's C, and ABC is 2 times of this part, because this is midpoint. This is midpoint. This is midpoint. So they have the same base and the same height. And for this triangle, this is E, this triangle EAB and EDB. They also have the same base and the same height. So the total area ABC will be 2 times of this triangle BCE. So it's right square root of 7 times 2. So it's 3 times 7. It's the same answer, right? We got m plus n is 3 plus 7. So we got is 10. Okay, it's done. And sometimes maybe it's not so lucky. It's a right triangle. No problem. We can use the Theorem. I mean, for this small triangle, we can use Theorem formula to get this one. This is 3, and now we know D. We can find D, right? We can from, because A is 1, then we can get D from this. Or yeah, we can find D. I mean, here is D, right? And this DB is A, that's 1. So if we got D, then we can use Theorem formula to calculate the area of this small triangle. Yeah, this small triangle, this area, if this area is A, and the total, this part will be 3A, another A. So total area is 8A. Then we will get the same answer, no problem. Yeah, because not always we can easily to find this is a right triangle. Yeah, how to get D is easy, right? Okay. This problem I use a long time to explain 2 different ways, and these 2 ways, the first way is easily to get the idea, and the way 2, we should know this Stewart theorem. Yeah, and if you can't remember that, we can use how to get this theorem, and regularly we can use this way to get the relationship between the variables, and also we can get our destination. I hope you can enjoy it. Thank you.